Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back, it's Jordan here. Today we're gonna be unboxing all of this Lego. Oh my gosh. There's over 50 sets. And some of the deals were just too good to be true. Most of this came from Amazon Prime Days here in 2024. And boy, oh boy, there's a lot of good stuff in these boxes. There's so much. This is probably the biggest Lego unboxing that has ever happened on this channel. So let's get started. I just want to warn you, don't be alarmed. This is a little bit overkill, everybody. This is insane. But in here is some really epic Lego sets that I'll be able to add to the Lego City, which I've been really excited about for quite some time. Also, a bunch of stuff that is going to go into my investment hoard. It's gonna happen. Like, there's so many good deals, I couldn't resist. And you know, as a Lego seller, you know, you gotta start and you gotta continue to reinvest and stuff like that. And I just want to classify one thing before we get started too. This isn't what I would call scalping. Scalping is definitely, you know, something where there's a limited supply of it. For example, if you're gonna buy Taylor Swift tickets and you're gonna sell them to a Swiftie for an inflated price, that is scalping, whereas this is more so like Lego investing, because anybody could get these anytime they want. Pretty much all the sets in here are readily available right now as we speak, and they were available on Prime Days for quite some time as well. So I'm going to open up these in any random order here. Woohoo! Oh yeah, we're starting it off in a pretty cool way here. All right, so we've got the ATTE Walker. Now this set here, I'm going to say in Canadian prices, oh, it came damaged box. That's the problem with ordering from Amazon Prime, is they always come with damaged boxes. So it's almost like everything here is like a damaged box discount. So the ATTE Walkers I was able to grab for 32% off approximately. I got these ATTE Walkers, which come with awesome minifigures for $122 each. Here in Canada, they retail for $180 each. So to get them for $122 is just like crazy cool. So I got 3 of those because they were limited to 3 per customer. So all you could pick up was 3, and 2 of them came with significantly damaged boxes. So that's awesome. What do you do when things come with damaged boxes from Amazon? You do absolutely nothing. Unfortunately, it's just something that is gonna happen. Because they don't treat their stuff with care, which is unfortunate, but luckily for me, I got those for a really good price, so it's not really the end of the world, but it is sort of disappointing. What are you gonna do? Say, hey, I wanna return this, can you send me a replacement? Then guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna send you a replacement, and it too is gonna come with a damaged box. This one here is marked heavy. Oh wow, there are lots of items in this box. Okay, cool, I'm down. All right, so in here I got some Speed Champion sets. So we got the Lamborghini Countach, which I think is going to be one of the better sets for the retiring lineup in the Speed Champions department or theme. So I got me 3 of those. I soon realized that the deal wasn't as good as stated, because they had their regular suggested retail price here in Canada marked at $35, whereas these actually sell for $30 here in Canada, but I still got them for $23, so that's 24% off of their suggested retail price, which is definitely not too bad for the Countach. I think that's going to be one of the best retiring Speed Champion sets. Next up, we got some battle packs. You can never go wrong with getting these battle packs. They come with some pretty cool troopers. You got some clone shock troopers, also clone troopers. You get 2 battle droids and then 3 super battle droids in here. And this one here I got it for 25% off. So we got them for 30 Canadian dollars. Not the best deal, but still pretty good. Next up, I've got Captain Rex's. I believe Captain Rex is going to retire. I mean, it's part of the helmet series. I'm not sure if Captain Rex is going to retire alongside Boosh and also Clone Commander Cody. I know they all came out in the same wave of helmets, so I decided to grab these ones, and I got them for a really good deal. It was hard to say no. I think they retail for 90 Canadian dollars, and I got them for 32% off approximately. So we got them for $62, And in the past, I've done well with other helmets. Like I put some away, such as Boba Fett, and I also put away the TIE Fighter pilot helmet. And those things, like, I don't think there'll be anything that does nearly as good as that anymore. But I put those away and sold them a number of months later. And what I do with this Lego investing is I buy stuff, I hold it for like a year or two, sometimes even 3 years. So you got to hold it for a long time. And then 3 years down the road, I sell it for a little bit of a profit. But the key is to take that profit and also your initial investment and invest it into more inventory to keep the ball rolling. So it's like the snowball effect. And if you don't do that, then you can't really do it, you know? Would I suggest Lego investing to everybody? Definitely not. I recommend it to myself. I like that statement. I recommend it to myself just because I have a Lego-based business. So because I have a Lego-based business, this is sort of like the cost of goods sold, and then I can slowly sell it over time. And I sort of get the snowball effect where I get more and more and more and more inventory over time. And there's a lot of Lego YouTubers that do that. But on a personal basis, like, would I recommend everybody do this? Not really, just because not everybody has the means to sell this stuff, and not everybody has the time to list this stuff, package it, ship it out. There is quite a bit of, you know, a process involved with doing this. And also there's a lot of money up front, and you got to factor in that, you know, there is a little bit of risk involved as well. Not everything is going to appreciate in value. So there's that risk involved with that. But once again, I own a Lego business, so I've been doing it for a long time, and I've had my successes with it, so I've decided to keep doing it. And every time Amazon Prime Days happens, like every year, I decide to reinvest more, just because here in Canada, it's not very common that you're gonna get this stuff for up to like 35, even 40% off. For example, the boarding of the Tanevs, which comes with the exclusive minifigures of ARC Trooper 5s, I think is a new set, but I think will do really well in the future just because it came out for the 25th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars, and it also has that exclusive minifigure within it. And I got the boarding of the Tanev for a pretty good deal. It was 23% off, so I got them for $54 each. And in here you get Vader, 2 Stormtroopers, Captain Antilles, also 2 Rebel Fleet Troopers, and that exclusive figure. So I figured, you know what, I can put these, or I can buy these 3 for that good deal, and I can put them away for a few years, and then a few years from now, I'd be like, oh yeah, right on. But as I was saying, I wouldn't recommend everybody do this, you know. If you're just an individual that doesn't want to take the time to try and, you know, make money doing this, then I would more so recommend like putting your money in, you know, a tax-free savings account into like the S&P or some sort of stock or something like that, rather than trying to flip Lego on the side. The nice thing about flipping Lego on the side is you can do it like through Marketplace and stuff like that too. Like you can sell it for cash through Facebook, and then you can use that cash to help fund your very expensive Lego hobby. And that's how I started way back in the day. But that initial investment where you're like putting things away, hoping that they go up in the future, is definitely a hard one to, you know, a high hurdle to jump. Now these here are incredible. I think the Escape from the Lost Tomb is an incredible set based on its price and how many pieces you get in this set. For example, there are 600 pieces in this set, and I got them for $33. Plus, you get all the minifigures as well. There's 4 great minifigures in here, 600 pieces, and they were only $33. So I grabbed 3 of those because even if I just sell the minifigures in the future and part this out, I've got some really awesome pieces for my inventory, plus I've got some great minifigures that I could potentially sell. So I think this one was a no-brainer for that great deal on Amazon. I was actually really happy with this purchase too. I got the TIE Bomber. The TIE Bomber was on for 34% off, and it was only $57, which is a really good deal despite it having a little bit of box damage. It is what it is, I guess. Sell it as that, right? When you're getting it for such a good deal, you can't really complain about a little bit of box damage. but I decided to get 3 of those. It's funny because after I committed to making this purchase, I went to the Lego store afterward and I was like, okay, let's go check out the pad wall, whatever it may be. And I noticed that this was actually on the shelves as last chance to buy. And I was like, oh, nice. I just got those on Prime. And generally speaking, when you see things on Amazon that are up for a discount during Prime days, you generally know that those sets are probably sooner to retire than your average Lego set. So that's always a good feeling when you see these things like retire and you're like, oh, cool. I got that, you know, 6 months ago and it's now marked as retired. And I know I got it for approximately 30% off or whatever it is. So that's always a really good feeling. Cracking into our next box here. I got this one here. I don't know if this was the best one to put away, but it does come with some cool minifigures like Merrick and also, of course, Ahsoka. And there's also a Sabine in there as well. So I decided to get 3 of these. And those ones, geez, what were they? Ahsoka was 47% off. How do you say no to 47% off? Normally, these sets retail for $100 in Canada, and they were on for $53. Like, are you kidding me? $53 for this set? That's ridiculous. You know, even if they don't appreciate in value, you're safeguarded by that discount. Now, a set that's actually for me, and I plan to build this and add it to my my Lego shelves. This is the first one, other than maybe parting out those Escape from the Lost Tomb sets. Is this one. This one's for the 25th anniversary of Star Wars Lego, and it also comes with the exclusive minifigure, so that's really cool. I think it's going to be sought after in the future. Putting it away way too early, but it was 23% off. Normally this set is 130 Canadian dollars, and I got it for 100. So I got one for myself, and then I also got 2 to put away for the future as well. I just think that this 25th anniversary stuff, you know, is good to put away. I think that in the future, you know, a year or 2 from now, I think it'll do really well. And I don't know if I'll ever see those specific sets for 23% off again. So I thought, you know what, let's get 1 for me and 2 for future me so that we can maybe, you know, sell some of this stuff in the future and fund other things like buying more parts for the city or whatever it may be. This is another really good deal here, and I love getting good deals on Star Wars stuff specifically. This is the Coruscant Guard gunship. I know it wasn't like overly hyped, but I think it's a good one. Comes with some great figures too. Like you get the Commander Fox in this one. So we got 3 of those, and this one, the Coruscant Guard gunship, was 32% off, regular retailing for 180, and I got it for 123, which was a smoldering deal as well. Starting to make some progress here on getting through this unboxing. This is a new Lego set that's coming out on August 4th. It's known as the messaging board. I think this is pretty cool. Mrs. Bricksie really liked this one, and she's like, yeah, we're gonna build that, and we're gonna have this in our home. You're not having this for the Lego studio. We're gonna put this at home. Right now she's got a messaging board that says, today's goal, keep tiny humans alive. And now we'll be able to have a Lego messaging board in our home. So I definitely like that set. That's pretty cool. Thank you so much, Lego, for sending that one to me early to reveal and review. We'll probably be live building that here on the channel, so make sure you stay tuned for that as well. Okay, so unfortunately Prime Days is done, and I do realize that Prime Days actually wasn't very good in the United States, but not the story here in Canada. Here in Canada, it was fantastic. I couldn't say no to 501st Battle Packs at 40% off, regular $25, and they were 40% off, so I got them for $15. Keep in mind, it's just an approximation. That's a percentage, just me working it out pre this video, but I think they were 40% off at $15 each. Not bad at all. And it looks like there's actually 2 more hidden in this box as well. So I got quite a few battle packs there. Even if I just build an army with them or use the figures as giveaways, or even if I use a lot of these sets as giveaways, I think that's a good option for the future as well. These Batmobiles, they come with the Joker and also Batman, of course. It's called the Pursuit of the Joker, or no, Batman versus the Joker Chase. The Batmobile was 33% off. I think it was regular $60, and I got them for $40. So I grabbed 3 of those. I think these are slated to retire as well because they're doing some new, a new Batmobile, which is the animated series Batmobile. So those ones are going. There was the Bat wings on there as well, but I don't think I ended up getting the Bat wings. It's funny, I did all this the night of Amazon Prime Days, so I actually, I was up late. I was up till midnight waiting for these Amazon Prime Day deals to go live. Was I in the right state of mind for doing this? I don't know. Do you think this was a good decision? I really don't know. Now, as I mentioned, there's some good stuff for the Lego City, and that's in these final 2 boxes that we're going to have a look at here. But this one is the last Amazon Prime Day deal box, and there is a lot more stuff in here. It's one of the ones that's just jammed full. I got the Nissan Skyline. This one was just similar to the Lamborghini. It was marked up an additional $5, and it looks like one came absolutely destroyed, so we'll be giving that one away for sure. But this one I got for, I think it was approximately 25% off. The Skyline, 25% off. It was $23. And then I got the Bush helmet. This was a really good deal. This one is slated to retire relatively soon as well. And Bush was 32% off. Regular $90, I got it for $62. And once again, I just think that these helmets are good ones to stow away for the future. Nice display pieces. And then there's also 3 more of those battle packs in here that I got for that nice discounted price for $15 each. So not bad at all. You get 4 minifigs for 15 Canadian dollars, an absolute steal. So honestly, I think these are probably the most exciting boxes here today because these are sets that are going to look fantastic in the Lego City. And I just can't wait to build these. I've got to get on it ASAP. Oh my gosh, this is how Amazon should ship their stuff. We've got 1 box, and look at that. Lego taking pride in its packaging. They put the shippable, ready-to-ship box in a bigger box. I love to see that. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you, Lego, for taking care of this awesome set that is 2,331 pieces. This is the old train engine shed designed by Maria, I believe it is. And yeah, look at that. This is going to look amazing. I'm currently working on the new Lego City train station. Sorry, not train station, but train yard. And this is just going to be a fantastic centerpiece for that train yard. So excited about that. This one is part of the Bricklink Designer Program series. Yes, I'm really stoked on that one. I think that's probably one of the better Bricklink Designer Program series sets that's come out in the last little while here. Especially for me when I'm working on that train yard, it just is going to match up so beautifully with the Lego City. Look at all this packing material, Lego doing it right. I think this one is going to look fantastic on the beach as well. This is the Snack Shack. This one was designed by Stefan. So these are done through the Bricklink Designer Program series where regular Lego users, actually I'd say superior Lego users design their own sets and they submit them on the Bricklink Designer Program series, and then Lego actually makes them. This one's known as the General Store. Pretty neat. And then there's one more massive set which will once again go in the Lego City, and this is the Parisian Street designed by Nicholas. So we've got all these Bricklink Designer Program series sets. I actually ordered these when I was in Disneyland. I was in the ride queue for the Cars ride, and I was like, oh man. She was, hey, what do you think? Should we order all these sets? She's like, well, they're all going to look so good in the Lego City. And there was another Bricklink Designer Program series that recently was launched, and I didn't buy like any of those. I think I just bought the one, which was the train station, because none of the other ones really worked for my Lego City. But this series was just like over the top. There was also that castle, which is going to go, or the mountain fortress, I believe it was called, and that's going to go in the medieval area. So I got the entire series of Bricklink Designer Program stuff, and look at that. Oh my gosh, so many sets. You know, this was hard for me to do. Like, getting all this stuff is hard for me to do. Like, in the moment, it's like, oh my gosh, this is getting out of hand. And my wife's like, what are you doing? This is a little bit crazy, Jordan. You're getting a little bit out of hand. But then, like, 2 years goes by, and you're like, okay, well, you know, it was worth it. And now we can, you know, we can get some more parts to the city, or we can do whatever it may be. And me as a Canadian, when I see things 33% off, I sort of act on it, just because honestly that doesn't happen very often here in Canada. I know there's a lot of people that watch my channel from the United States, and I also follow a lot of different Lego people from all around the world, specifically mostly the United States, I guess. But I see them going to like Target, which we don't have here in Canada, finding stuff for like 50% off, or even their Walmarts. Like, sometimes their Lego is 50% off, and they showcase themselves like with shopping carts full of Lego, and it's like, holy cow, man. Like, I can't even find sets for 20% off at my Walmart. It's like it's a ripoff now. Like, they never do anything like this. And then Amazon, Jeff Bezos comes along, and he's like, yo, we got some Lego sets here for up to 40% off. And me, I'm like, well, that's crazy. I haven't seen that, you know, since the last Amazon Prime days the year prior. So it's like, well, we better take advantage of this, just because it literally never happened. So that's sort of my thought process behind it, as I damage more of these already damaged boxes. But it's just like, okay, well, if, you know, if this is available for this amazing price and it never happens, I may as well try and, you know, capitalize on that. And I'm sure a lot of people did the same too here in Canada, just because when you find things for such a good deal, you know, if you're in the business like I am, you sort of got to act on it. It's not like I can order Lego wholesale, but even if I was like a brick and mortar store, like if I was the Brick Bin or the Brick Yard, I would definitely take advantage of ordering this stuff at these discounts, 33%. I mean, what's the wholesale on Lego? Like, what is Toys R Us, for example, or Walmart? What are they buying this stuff for? Like, maybe it's like a 50% discount. So to get 33 or 40% off as a regular consumer is just like above and beyond, in my opinion. I don't know how Amazon does it. I mean, especially considering the fact that they ship all this stuff for free. Another reason why I wanted to spring on Amazon deals is because I don't have to pay freight at all. Also, there's like the credit card points affiliated with it as well, so you get all the credit card points. I don't know. I just think that it's something that I just couldn't say no to, and it's just part of the way that I operate, I guess. So yeah, this is all the stuff that we got. I can't even fit it all on the table here. It's pretty wild, and I'm gonna give myself trouble for doing this. That's for sure. Like, should I have done it? Was it a good deal? Was this stuff too good to be true? Maybe. What would you have done? Did you get anything during Amazon Prime days? Because there it is, everybody. Oh my gosh, just out of hand. Everybody, thank you so much for coming on by. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff coming out in the near future. Farewell.